Ay, no llores. Bienvenidos, mis amigos. Welcome, everyone. We are working today on intercooler piping. I have to polish it. Well, not polish it like a mirror finish, but I got to make it look better than what it was because it was really oxidized and pitted. So this stuff was really rough. I'll give you guys a good example, but you guys can see here, you know, it's a lot shinier and clean than it was earlier. It's kind of like more like a brushed aluminum piping, I guess you want to call it like that. I'm not trying to polish this like a mirror. I'm just want it better than what it was. That's pretty much it. And I'll show you what I mean by better than what it was. You guys enjoyed yesterday's video. This one's a little bit more calm because there's not much to do today. So look at this gigantic piece of pipe right here. This is an intercooler pipe. Hey, what's going on? Thank you, J-Dub. I appreciate that. But yeah, this is an entire intercooler pipe. You see this? This is hope your Thursday has been good. Yeah, Rowan, it's been pretty good. Actually, tomorrow's my birthday, by the way. So I'm gonna be here working on my car tomorrow on my birthday. I used to celebrate it all the time, but I don't drink, I don't do anything, but yeah. Oh my God, big pipe. Yeah, this is huge. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh my God, where does this go? It's massive. Believe it or not, this is one gigantic pipe. And it's a one, I don't know about you guys, but how did the, oh yeah, it's been a while, man. Stelica's all good, it's gone. But this, believe it or not, goes from, I guess, happy early birthday. Oh, my wife's calling in. So, again, big ass intercooler pipe. Now you'll notice there's a piece of rubber here. This is to prevent rubbing from one pipe to another because both of my pipes sit right next to each other. There's about maybe an 1/8 of an inch gap between the two. So I do have solid motor mounts, and because of that, they vibrate like heck, and I don't want to dig a hole into my pipe. So I put a little piece of rubber right here, and they hit, and they just rub against the piece of rubber, and no damage done. This is not a cheap pipe to be made, so I wanted to make sure it was taken care of. Now you'll see here, I have exhaust wrap right here. So my previous turbo setup, my turbo sat right here, like right maybe 2 inches away from it, heat soaking this pipe. This is a charge pipe. This is actually what goes straight to my intercooler. I got a teal blow-off valve right here. It actually sits upside down inside my engine bay. I love it because it's not so loud and it's just vent to atmosphere, very easy, super, super easy. You can't hear me? Interesting. Let me check. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. It says it's connected. It says you guys, well, Rowan, you guys can hear me on this microphone. I'm waiting for people on YouTube. Can you guys hear me? Because it says it's paired and it's connected, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's saying you can't hear me. Oh, it fell. Yes, sir. Rowan, YouTube is on my same page. I dual stream TikTok and YouTube. But I want to make sure you guys can hear me on YouTube. Okay, good. You can hear me now. Back to work. I'm going to try to finish this as fast as I can, and then I can show you guys how I route my piping. Actually, you know what? I can show you right now how the piping is routed, and I'll take it back out. So, where can you get one? Well, these are custom made, so I don't know. But I'll show you guys how the piping's routed. It's really, really innovative the way I told the shop to fabricate my piping, but it came out really cool. So I'll show you guys how it works. And there's a cat here, so Move the cat. All right, cat. All right. You have to do one pipe at a time. So this one is the actual charge pipe. So the intake pipe, this goes from the intercooler on top to the intake manifold. And all we have to do, so I enlarged the hole over here on my frame. Just feeds down here. Goes in like that. And then there's a 90-degree coupler right here. Super easy. And that's done. That's installed. Super easy, all right? So now that that pipe is done, this is the one that people are like, oh man, how are you gonna get this gigantic pipe in there? I'll show you. You start off this way. And then line, there you go. And then it twists right around. Just gotta make sure all this clears. Just like that. And there you go. So you guys can see both pipes are now installed. And the main pipe, I'll show you guys what it looks like inside the engine bay. That's what it looks like. So you guys can see. So right here is a 90-degree coupler, right here. And then right here, this goes back a little bit further, kind of like that. And then we're gonna extend this pipe about 4 inches. And then we got a 90-degree coupler that goes right here. That's it. Super easy intercooler piping. And it looks extremely minimal. A lot of people always are like, man, that's so much piping. Look, I have 2 couplers and 4 couplers, and that's it. It's so simple. And you have a lot less issues with boost leaks because you have a lot less points of failure. And this is what people don't realize. Simplify your intercooler piping as much as you can. And if you have the ability to just cut your body on the car, the frame, and get it all going the way you want it, it's gonna come out so much better. And this is what I wanted with my fabricator. I wanted this style intercooler because I wanted the least amount of just trouble with building power. So hopefully you guys see that. It's so simple. Again, super, super simple. And I'm happy because right here, I'm gonna build a heat shield right over here. It's gonna cut out, and we're gonna have the intercooler piping, and then I'm gonna have a heat shield to cover this turbo to keep all that heat from coming up. That way I can get rid of this this wrap on here, and I don't have to do that anymore. Dude, get it back up and running. Get your Mark IV up and running, bro. But yeah, that's it. Now, because I showed you guys that, now you guys, I'm gonna cut all this and we're gonna polish this all up to make it look a lot better. Now I'm gonna have a lot less stuff visually in here. It's gonna be so much cleaner with this setup now. What I'm also really excited about is the intake. I'm gonna make a new line right here for my brake booster. My coolant lines are now actually oriented properly like factory. So I'm gonna be running an intake down here, right underneath my brake booster. And it's gonna come up to like right here, or we're gonna probably have it come up this way. We'll probably have it snake out right here, up, and right here. We'll probably have a big old intake right here. I might fabricate a aluminum box and box in this area on the left-hand side or right-hand side right here. You guys can see. I'm gonna probably box this in and build a air box for the intake. Now, this area has always been open because I've been wanting to get rid of my front mount intercooler and go water to air, because I really want a more efficient way. Want that trap heat under the shield? Yes, it'll trap heat, but not as much heat as you think. And you have to understand that I don't want a cold air intake. I just want a box where airflow is kind of pulling. I want to draw from either down here in the front of this. So I'll probably 3D print like a scoop, draw in, and it's going to draw in fresh air from down here below. It will generate heat. If you shield it with heat shielding, it'll prevent the amount of heat from the outside world. Obviously, we're still inside. It'll generate a ton of heat. But if we can draw in fresh air from the bottom, it'll do its best job. I really don't care about cold air. I care about just volume of air. That's it. Because a lot of people don't understand, you're driving a turbo, a car with a turbo. It itself is a heat soak, gigantic snail. It will soak all the heat out of there. So don't worry about that. That's the nature of it. That's why we have intercoolers, to cool that charged air from going into the engine bay. You're gonna heat soak no matter what. So finding other ways to get more volume of air or just efficiency of the air, right? And that's all you want. You know, a lot of people always try to go cold air, cold air. There's no such thing as cold air if it's 100 degrees outside, right? There's just no such thing. And if it's 50 degrees outside, it's going to be cold as hell in here anyway. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things that people don't realize. Now, if you're going to get a true, ram air style and ramming the air from the front of the car and then going in, yeah, that's probably the only way you're going to get an efficient cold air system. And it's not for long term because it's going to heat soak no matter what. Were you fixing up a truck that hasn't ran for years? No. Hey, babe. My wife's just commented. Hi. So again, back to what we were talking about. Really think about how much air you can force into it. Don't worry about the temperature. That's what intercoolers are for, is to cool the hot air coming in. Again, I would probably go to water to air intercooler, and then figure out a different intake style. Maybe a side mount intake, cut into the fender and have an intake coming in. And that would probably be freaking dope. But then we have to figure out a bypass to dump water as it draws air in from, or water that comes in. Things like that, but that's for future stuff. How can you increase flow of the turbo? Easy. Find ways to restrict, find ways to unrestrict the amount of air coming in. We have a big chamber. If we have no air coming in, we want positive air. You always want a positive air inside of here, and then the turbo would do its job, right? Anytime coilover dampener adjustment seized, soak it in PB Blaster. When's the next garage sale? Tomorrow. We got a bunch of stuff coming up tomorrow too. Yeah, so soak it in PB Blaster for stuck for that. But again, when you guys have air that's not really moving anywhere, it's just a chamber, and it's got maybe air coming in one place, but it's not being forced in, you can only go as much as the turbo can suck in. But if we have a way to force air coming into it, the turbo has more free-flowing air, so you're making it more efficient, and you'll be able to get more flow into the air inside of here. But remember, turbos love cold air, number one, only if it's efficient enough, right? Because colder air is denser, so you will suck in more air because cold air is dense. But if you can't get cold air into here, at least get a ton of freaking air, right? So that's kind of like the idea. But everybody has their own perspective. Me, from what I've learned and doing research and watching the pros explain turbos and flow and volume, it makes more sense once you see it like that. A lot of people tend to not see the overall picture. They tend to just see boost and how much boost, right? And believe it or not, a small turbo versus a big turbo at the same amount of pressure, the big turbo makes way more horsepower. Why? Volume. That's it. The amount of air. But let me get back to doing some polish work. Because if I don't, I'm going to be behind on what I'm doing. So always think about volume of air versus, how do you say, think about the amount of volume that you're going to put into your turbo, into your engine versus the amount of pressure. Pressure has it doesn't matter. Understand that, guys? Pressure doesn't matter if you can put more air versus pressure. It's the volume. This is a fully custom one that I had made, plus the cat. The cat came also with the intercooler. No, just kidding. But yeah, it's a full-on custom intercooler. This is not anything you can store buy. Yeah, this is not, again, a store-bought intercooler. This is all custom made for my setup. But I'm actually might be getting rid of it and be going to a whole different setup if I convince myself. So I really want to get rid of this and go to a water air setup because my bumper will fit so much better on this car. All right. Oh, let me yank out the piping again. So you guys can see how big this one piece of pipe is. One pipe. Look at this. One pipe. That's it. A lot of people don't realize this is the best way to do an intercooler pipe. I just fully built motor right now. I'm going to try to get advice of what to do more. This is always more. Waste of time. Island boy 4 or 5. Sounds like you're a waste of time, Island boy. But it's okay. To each their own. All right, so I'm going to be cutting off the zip ties and all this stuff. Get ready. You forgot about the TGE tree boy. Yeah, cats. All right. So let me get this other intercooler pipe out. So you'll see here, this is nice and polished, not shiny. Well, again, wasn't going for shine. I'm just going for not ugly, you know. Thank you, Tom. I got chickens inside my garage and 2 cats. So if you like cats and chickens, then this is your garage. So I use a Scotch Brite type of pad. Is that passenger side video flip? It's the video's flip. For some reason, TikTok flips the video incorrectly all the time. I don't know why. And I always fix it and never, you know. This car can make 700 wheel. It can. That is not my goal. My goal is 400, 500 wheel. And the reason for that, I would prefer it not blowing up because I ran it too long at max power. So yeah. I've just picked up a Sunday car last Sunday. Always have been a BW guy. Nice, Golf R. Good car. Overpriced, but a good car. Where was it? Just saw, here it is. So this has a Scotch Bright pad. 700, yes, on pump. We could go even higher on, what is it, overpriced? I don't. It's an overpriced car. You know, it's a very expensive car. Yo, hey, babe. Oh, he's saying hi to Rob. It is an expensive car. I mean, honestly, it's a $40,000+ car for a Volkswagen Golf. I know it has all-wheel drive, but it's a Volkswagen Golf. In this market, I understand it's a very expensive car, but it's a nice car. I mean, it's cute. Yeah. Nothing in that bracket can hang. Again, you're not wrong. It's a nice car. I'm nothing against it. Like nothing. I just think it's just overpriced for $40K. I mean, I could go buy, you know. Oh yeah, 333 horsepower. Yeah, it's a nice car. Again, your arguments are right. I'm not arguing that. I just don't like newer cars. I am Mark IV and older. That's just what I enjoy. They're cool. But, you know, it's a Golf. It doesn't impress me. You know, if you showed me a 1986 VW GTI with a 1.8T swap, I'd be like, holy crap, that is a super cool car. I want that. And then you brought a Mark 8 Golf R in front of me and be like, oh, cool car, whatever. You know, I would prefer an old turd that can do, 0 to 60 in like 2 hours over a Golf R. That's just who I am. Was the R32 overpriced when it came out? Yes it was. But it's also a super limited car. And it's also a driver's car, which is very different from the Golf R. I've been working on cars for 15 years. I would love to have an NCAM3 Jetta GLX my day. Yeah, that's a dope car. A Mark III GLX with all the bells and whistles is a dope car. And it's so simple. But again, you got to really think about, modern amenities they charge you an arm and a leg for all that stuff. And I'm not a fan of it. I prefer less over more in my cars. And I can't buy a new car with less features. They come with all the features. It's so annoying. How easy would it be to pull out a 2015 Accord engine? I don't know. I've never done one before, but if it's like any other Honda, it's not that hard. What motor are we working with? Stock internals or stock or built? This is a fully built motor. Fully built. It's got a TDI crank, integrated engineering, rifle drill rods, Wesco pistons, Ferrera springs and retainers, SuperTech valves, integrated engineering, street cams, integrated engineering, intake manifold and fuel rail, DW 700 LPH fuel pump. I got the Mamatech GT35 Turbo, 880cc injectors. I got an FX700 twin disc clutch. The transmission also has a 7-pound flywheel, aluminum. Transmission has cryo-hardened gears, coolant works shift box, upgraded shift cables, billet, all the billet stuff that goes to the transmission. So yeah. How did I get to building VWs? Believe it or not, I was a Honda guy. Huge Honda guy. I was one of the few guys back in the 90s building turboed Hondas. Yeah. No, that's what I used to be making back. My previous turbo setup was making 450, 500. Now I could go 700. Honestly, I can go 700, but I don't want to. I want to go low boost 400. I want low boost 450, 400, 500. That's kind of what I want to be on this car. This is not a track. This is not a drag car. This is an autocross, canyon driving, fun, spirited driving car. So that's why I built it the way I built it, because I was really focused on spirited driving, focused on, not going straight, way more focused on going on turns. But yeah, big Honda guy. Again, was one of the, I wasn't the first, but I was one of the pioneers to get involved with B16 turbos. I actually was one of the first test subjects to do a B16 turbo kit from Garrett. I was also one of the first to turbo a D16 out of a CRX. I'm going to say not the first guy, but the group of people who got involved in doing it. So yeah. There you go. You understand. You understand. Yeah. Build it reliable so you can beat on it as hard as you can. That's right. Were you the first to turn your hatch into a trailer? No, I was not the first. Yep. What you doing? Polishing my intercooler piping. I just showed everybody how the piping goes in my car. So yeah, Rob, working on these cars, way too many sensors. I agree. So I just polished the back of this. I'm gonna wait. I just did this. Hold on. See, I get distracted and then I forget. My mom caught my polishing my piping. You guys are funny. Well, I'm doing this out in the open, so I got no shame. You have a good night too. Yep, you definitely gotta love the turns, man. People don't understand. Going straight is phenomenal. It's cool. It's cute. But going on turns, it's a whole different feeling, man. Go on a turn, do a turn, go out in the middle of nowhere, drive and just rip on your car, enjoy the boost, enjoy like everything out there, I prefer burping my oh jeez, you guys are stupid. But funny. Stupid and funny. I love it. So this is cutting or polishing compound. Harbor Freight has stepped up their game on polishing stuff. I've had this little earthquake polisher for like 5-7 years now. This thing's pretty legit. What turbo's on here? GT35 Mamba Tech. Wrong field. Curious if you're still making those up. Hold on. We were just actually going to show you. Hold on. Where is it? I just got them. Here they are. Thank you for mentioning my relocation kits. I just made a whole batch of brackets for the relocation. I'm waiting for supplies to come in. I know, he stole both of them took my chair. So we just got a batch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 brackets made. I just made these. These are all handmade. I don't pay someone to do these. I just paid someone to powder coat these. I'm now waiting for the clamps, the spool of hose. What else do I need? It's a clamp, spool of hose, hardware, and that's pretty much it. So these are going to be coming soon. The power steering relocation kit is coming very soon. plus my coolant ball delete kit. It's a very, very popular kit that I made for quite a while. I'm back at making them again. I finally had the time to like focus and re-measure and cut all these little brackets. So yeah. So these are coming. They're coming, and we got more other fun stuff coming for Mark IVs as well. So be ready for that. We recommend, if you do buy from me, I do make these from scratch. Pick up a couple t-shirts or a couple stickers from my online store. It helps us pay for more of these products and keeping them cheap. I try to do my best to order stuff locally. Oh, PP lover, you're gross, but thanks for the comment. I recommend, if you do buy stuff from my online store, order stuff that I make in-house. We make a little bit more money than the stuff that's outsourced. Like our t-shirts are outsourced. Our hats and all, like the wearing merch is outsourced. I don't make any money off of that. I make like $2 to $3 per product. But stuff I make in-house, like my coasters, my 3D prints, these help us pay for a lot of these builds and contests coming up. Believe it or not, we got a big turbo contest coming for all you Mark IV guys. We're going to be giving manifold, turbo, intake, and a downpipe plus injectors to get you guys started. Goodbye, PP lover. All right, so stay tuned for so much more. We also have a couple new kits for the inside of the car. I will be offering homemade fuel line kits, catch can kits, plus coolant line kits we're going to be making all out of AN fittings. I'm doing my best to not get stuff from China and getting them locally sourced, by the way. Oh. Hey, Rob. Oh. I've been going to the gym hard, so better be proud of me. I got little lumps. Look at this. I got little lumps. Not bad, huh? Yeah, oh, my triceps, I don't know if you can see them, but they've been coming in good. Be proud of me, Rob. I've been going to the gym with my wife, and we've been doing a really good job. So, yeah, I just broke my current record of deadlift at 365. My goal is 400 pounds. I get kicked by a mule. I like that. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, I've been doing Roman, gracias, papi. You know the cable pull downs? I do 3 sets at 120 pounds. So I do the cable pull downs at 120. I've been doing like shoulder lifts, shoulder shrugs. I get up to 80 pounds. And then, you know, the chair rows, the ones you do like this, I'm at 120 pounds. My goal is to be able to do take this shirt off. Dude, I'm fat, dude. I still got chub. I gotta wait till this comes. When this goes down, I'll take the shirt off. You know, my back's finally getting like actual definition. You know, so I'm working really hard. My wife gives me a lot of good motivation, so I keep going. My kids is what keeps me going hard. You know, but yeah, I've been stoked. Pinche Roman, what's up? All right, back to polishing my tubes. You guys need to go. This is my chair. Go, my chair. All right. So the whole purpose is to give this like a nice, clean. Hi, what's going on? What is it? Taiwan has something? Yeah. Have you ever had a manual swap VW before that auto harness still in and wired into the clutch switch? Yes, you can do that. You can bypass the clutch switch. It's just a jump. You just jump the wire and you can bypass it. Dang it, cat. Move. Freaking just walked away for like 2 seconds. I gotta bring you guys down closer so I can see you guys. I can't Even though I can read from far away, it's just harder to read. There we go. Man, you taught me so much when I bought my MK4 on. Hell yeah, Dom, I appreciate that. You know, I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I'm never going to stop because of comments like that. You know, I help people get their cars back up in the road. And I love the fact that when you guys say I bought my car or I fixed my car because of my content, man, that just gets me going. You know, it's such a good feeling that I can help you guys as much as I can and do a lot of the research for you guys and get you guys going. You know. So if you want to help a brother out, I need to have a switch installed on my Mark IV GTI. Thanks, the clutch is in and 2 steps. No 2 steps, get rid of the 2-step. Two-step is lame and it kills your turbo, plus other things. If you want your car to sound good, just make it sound good and get rid of the 2-step. You know, my favorite thing is like, I just had another conversation with someone else about 2-step. And they're like, dude, you gotta pay the game to play, right? Ah, gracias, Roman. Pinche Roman. And what I tell people is like, when you go 2-step, be ready to buy a new turbo. Be ready to probably swap out your stem seals or some valves because you're gonna end up killing something on your motor. It's all part of it. Why? Just get rid of the 2-step and enjoy your car's performance. What I recommend instead of 2-step, get a good exhaust. Get a Borla. Get something deep with a good growl. I guarantee you, sounds better than your 2-step. Just saying. Oh, and get rid of anti-lag. And your snap, crackle, pop tune. If you feel like you're being attacked, you are, by me. You know, I made that decision to put 2-step in my car, and that's why I have a new turbo. My MPS 3 turbo is smoking. Oof. Get ready to get a new turbo. You probably blew the seals on that. Is it storming there? No, it's not. Yeah, and there's no rain here. It's nice and hot. They wanted a storm 2 days ago, but no storm. Oh, so my birthday's tomorrow, everybody. If you guys want to, tomorrow I'll be posting my Venmo. If you guys want to chip in a couple bucks. It's the turbo. If it's smoking, it's the turbo. I'll be posting my Venmo. I want to just have a good little lunch with my family. So if you guys want to chip in $1 or $2, I would love it. You know? But I'll post tomorrow. I'm going to be working tomorrow most of the day with my wife. We got a garage sale. We're going to be selling a bunch of our old stuff. But yeah, Well, happy birthday, nephew. So I don't drink anymore, but I go to this bar because they make some really good food. I'm a fat kid, forever a fat kid. Yeah, not too bad. What would I get? So at this restaurant, well, it's a bar. I'm not going to be selling elote tomorrow. No. My wife and I were like, yeah, it's too hot to sell elotes. But this bar that we go to is called Hopkins Ice House. We typically, I get like a burger or a chicken fried sandwich with some fries and probably like a little side pizza that I share with my kids. Oh, good, so good. They actually sell Guinness there, so I might get a beer. It'll be my first beer in like a couple months. So I do drink, but like it's like super seldom. Maybe once a month, maybe once a year. But I also I'm actually saving up some money. I want to buy a mini bike. You know those little like $600 the little $600 Coleman mini bikes. There's a farm store here called Atwoods. They have one, and I really want that. My wife said we have some cash to buy it, but that's like what I really, really, really want for my birthday. Is one of those little mini bikes. The one I want that they have there is a little expensive. It's like $1,000, but they have a cheap little one for $500. I'd rather get that versus the $1,000 one has a suspension. That's why it's so much more money. But the cheaper one doesn't have suspension, but it's still, if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's those solid frame bikes with a lawnmower engine in it. It's super cool. I want one really bad for my racetrack. So tomorrow, you guys may want to make my wish possible. Hook me up with a couple bucks, man. That's all I gotta ask. For my birthday. Help me buy that. I'll be super happy. I mean, I'm already happy as it is because I'm alive. You know, it's my 5th year alive, by the way. Yeah, I built a racetrack, Nick. I'll show you guys later for that. Do you know it's hard to change out? Yeah, you need the same turbo, and yes. Would you build it? I have one I built, 224. It's scary. I don't know the Muffin Man. I've heard about him, and I know where he lives, but I don't know who he is. Cruz, tomorrow is my birthday. Nick A, thank you. Yeah, we built a full go-kart track in my backyard. I spent like 2 weeks doing this whole track for my kids. So yeah, I'll show you guys that tomorrow. If you guys want to see it, I'll show you the track we built. It's not done, but it's almost there. Me and my son ride this little quad that I bought. Would you keep the mini bike stock? No. If I get the mini bike, I want to get like the performance clutch, a performance carburetor, intake, and exhaust. That's pretty much all I would do. I wouldn't go crazy big on it. All I want is just so it makes more noise. I wanted to make it loud. That's all I want. I've seen what people can do with them. It's insane. It's for a dirt track. It's not. It's not for anything else. But I would do the full DIY on the build, for sure. All right. That's looking really good. We're going to change our pad. to a polish pad. Again, it's still scruffed. Can you educate us on a turbo system? Yeah. What do you want to know about turbos? You want me to get you from like the beginning to end? Like how they work? Or what do you want to know? I got a turbo here I can show you to teach you. You want me to give you a full like rundown on a turbo? Tell AI we're watching the Notebook for. Tell Al for my birthday. Okay. Yeah, I can teach you about turbos. Give me a second here. This is almost done. It'll give me a chance to take a break from my hand, so I can teach you that. Definitely. I love giving a good lesson about turbos. A lot of people always have an idea on how they work, but don't really understand why they work the way they work. I would love to give you a breakdown. But yeah, that turned out pretty good. Not too bad. Again, it's not meant to be super shiny. It's meant to be not crappy. I'm actually really happy with it. It looks like brushed aluminum with a little bit of shine. And that's kind of the idea. This sat in my backyard with my car for almost 2 years. So yeah. Wang nuts, yes, you have to prime them. Again, I'll give you a breakdown really quick. Here you go. Time to do the education with the turbo. Let me go grab a turbo. Yeah, here's the turbo. All right, children, let's gather around and learn about turbos. There we go. All right. So here's a turbo system. So right here we got a journal bearing turbo. Okay. Now, what does this make it journal bearing versus like ball bearing or ceramic bearing? Number one, journal bearing is like a style, it's like a bushing. Imagine a metal bushing and it has a little wheel that's inside of it and that floats with oil under pressure. That's how journal bearing turbos work. They have these metal brass, I believe it's brass, and they just float on oil and they have a pretty much a rod that goes in between it, and that's how it spins. Now, this turbo is a journal bearing 70 millimeter AR65, 63, AR63. 63 is determining the size of the intake and housing. So we have exhaust housing and we also have intake housing. All right. So we're gonna go first is the exhaust. Okay. The exhaust spins using the exhaust gases from your engine. So those if you have a 4-cylinder, you have 4 ports, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 cylinders. That goes into a manifold right here. This is our turbo manifold. All right. These are the 4 cylinders. You'll notice it goes and it centralizes into one location. You see? This is where it sucks or pushes in. No, this is not the turbo from the car that caught fire. This goes right into the turbo and spins this exact wheel right here. Okay, this is the turbine. This turbine spins at a ridiculous speed. And you got to understand what I mean by ridiculous, over 100,000 RPMs per second. And it sits like this. All right. So it goes and spins inside this wheel. Now you'll notice people call them snails. See, look at that. Looks like a snail. You'll notice it goes from a large port, and then what it does, it goes in, compresses the air right here. This is where you'll notice this is small. Okay? This spot right here is small. This air that comes in, compresses it all the way. You'll notice it opens up because we want less restriction. We compress it, and then now we want less restriction, and it comes out. This is our charge pipe. Okay? That's a tiny turbo. Yeah, it is a tiny turbo. This charge pipe is what goes all the way to your engine. Intercooler, then your engine, but that's pretty much what it is. This area, this right here is your intake. This is where the air comes in, pressurizes, and goes to your car. It goes to your engine. Back here, this is called the hot side, and the reason why it's hot, because this is the exhaust side. Air comes in on this side, and you'll notice it's doing it backwards. You'll notice this is a large open area. The air comes in through here, and then it goes all the way here, and it does it in reverse, and it restricts it, and then it pushes out of this turbine. The reason why we want it restricted, we want pressure, we want high pressure touching this turbine, and when this turbine gets touched with high pressure, it spins even faster. All the work is done by the engine, which is the exhaust side, okay? Hey, what's going on, Banging? What's going on, Fapper Dapper? All the work is done here to spin it. And then all of here, so all the amount of force is done over here. All the pressurizing is done over here that goes into your engine. This is called the cold side, and it's aluminum. This is the hot side, and it's cast iron. That's how that works. We pressurize this. Now, how does a turbo go from all this and prevent itself from melting? Oil is on this style. So journal bearing turbos, and then it screams, Monica! This is a journal bearing turbo. Really good journal bearing turbos have oil and coolant to cool them. Remember what I said about before? It spins over 100,000 RPMs per second. All of that has to get cooled. So we jam oil in this one, but if it's like a really nice version of this, it'll also have coolant passage, and it'll cool that as well. Menace Mark IV. This is a good turbo. I prefer going to a ball bearing turbo, much lower RPMs to get full boost. And it's more reliable. Hold on, Tristan, we're not done yet. So as this spins and it heats up, we got to cool it. Now, where's all that boost got to go? Well, you have to regulate it, right? Regulating, you need to figure out a way for it to be regulated. And this is what we have this for. This is called a wastegate. This is what regulates boost. Okay? Yeah, it makes your car go faster. That's right. I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. Per minute, not per second. RPM. They're over 100,000 RPMs over per minute. It's still stupid fast. So this wastegate has a set spring inside of it. Pressure, PSI. For every PSI, so 1 bar, it's 14.4 PSI. A lot of turbos wastegates are set by bar, not by PSI. A lot of them are also set by PSI, the spring. This one is a adjustable membrane. So it has like a diaphragm inside of it. That diaphragm will open and close based off the amount of pressure the exhaust is generating. So let's assume we need to build 20 PSI. You force the diaphragm down or up to the spring rate that it's supposed to be. When the exhaust pressure hits that pressure, it starts to open the valve and then allow whatever left over goes out of the exhaust system. That's how we make boost. Now, if this fails closed, you get all the boost and then you kill the turbo. You don't want it to fail closed. It can fail closed and it can fail open. You want it to fail open, so you get 0 boost and all the exhaust comes out, but you get no power. That is the best way to have this. Anybody wants a super cool DME cheap, well, whatever. What turbo do I want to go to? It's all on your budget and your power goal. My audio keeps popping. I don't know why. You're like the second person to tell me that. I mean, everybody else has been fine on the other option. I don't know. Maybe it's the how loud I'm talking, possibly. So wastegates, you can change the spring rates to increase boost to keep that port closed, so more boost comes up. Obviously, you make more power. But when you add more boost and you add more air, you need more fuel. That is the life cycle of performance. More boost means more air, means more fuel. The more fuel you put in your car, the more air you put in your car, the more fuel you need, period. There's more to that. There's timing and there's other stuff. So, but we're going down to the basics of it. Now, that is everything you need to know about a turbo and how it functions. Now, how do you make more power? Get a more efficient turbo. That's honestly it. More efficient turbos. Show us the chickens. I'll show you later. Do you think we can get a turbo for Eli's truck? Sure, why not? I wouldn't do it. I mean, how do you use it? You got to tune it. That's it. Go Honda Agger. Do not waste your... what is it? Tennessee Tater. You're right. Don't waste your money on the VWs. Let us VW guys keep buying the VWs. Go buy a Honda. Increase the prices on Hondas. Drop the prices on VWs so no one else buys them. I agree with this guy. 100% agree. No one likes them. They're slow. Yeah, go to a Honda. I agree with him. 100%. Yeah, sell your. Yeah, I bet you work on Mini Coopers too. I mean, they're cool cars, but no, I don't work on. I work on VWs. But yeah, Tennessee Tater, he's right. Buy Hondas. This guy is spitting pure facts. Oh, Isaac, yes, but it has to be a first gen. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee Tater. Man, right on the money every single time he comments. Yeah, but everybody, I recommend you buy a Honda and spend all your money on a Honda. I don't like the aesthetics. I'm not a big fan of what they did with the looks on the Mazda Speed 3 when they went after the first gen. They're okay. I'm not a big fan of all the other problems. Yeah, buy VW Mini Cooper. Yep. Oh, I'll show you the manifold. So this is a top mount T3, T4 twin scroll manifold. So that's what this manifold is, with a external wastegate side mount. So when you do your downpipe, there's so much space for your downpipe, and then you can put your screen pipe straight down into your downpipe. That way, not so much noise is coming out of your car. Again, personal preference. Juanito 23. Oh yeah, there's a lot of IE in this car. IE manifold, IE fuel rail, IE rods, a bunch of IE hardware in here, IE cams. Yeah. Again, Isaac, Plafox, buy what you want. Buy what makes you happy. You know, my VW has been my favorite car, so I stick with my car. So if you're going to go to F21, the F21 can go up to about 280 horsepower. No need to do anything to your engine besides intake, exhaust, injectors, intercooler, and an upgraded clutch. That's it. You are right on that, 21 LM2. They are a king of diesels. Small diesels. I build Mini Coupe, RS3, RS4, Volvo, Red Block, 2.3 FSR. Ooh, that's a cool car. The Volvo, yep, Vast Fab, I appreciate that. Very cool car. My CRX K-Swap, yep, do a K-Swap. Do it. I worked on MK6 GTI and it was Cali emissions, one pain map. I agree. Have you seen those lower turbo mini four-wheelers that are good for drifting? No, I've never seen those. I've got full race manifold for IEs. Yeah, nice, nice, Juanito. Have 389, not sure. 550s. For the F21 turbo, you want 550cc injectors. But I don't remember what brand. I think it's Simmons or Bosch, but I'm not 100% sure. Not much. I'm learning. I've been learning about small engines, but I don't know much about them, honestly. I never got into them. I just started getting into them. Okay, Cruz. Huh, VazFab, did not know that. Very cool. Let's see. Hi, Manny here. Thanks again. Your video helped me solve my TDI cutting out. Fuel cutoff solenoid. Thanks again. Big save for UR. I appreciate that. I remember that video. Yeah, mine was not turning on. It's damn fuel cutoff. The ground wire or the solenoid itself failed. So yeah. I have a tuner local with Eurodyne. Do you think I should go and... Yeah, go to Eurodyne. Speaking of Eurodyne, hold on. I just found my Eurodyne software and kit. Where is it? Here it is. So yeah, I definitely recommend Eurodyne. Good stuff. Definitely recommend them. All right. Need a K series swap? No. I got the tune out of a Rec Mark IV for $50. Stole it. All right. Going to this guy now. Cut these off. I can't wait to delete my 3-liter Duramax. Gonna cost me an hour. Like, yeah, I'm actually been looking at a 3-liter Duramax too. Either 3-liter Duramax or I want to do 3.5-liter Ford F-150. I heard nothing but good things about the 3.5-liter. The second and the third gen even more. Yeah, people hate, man. Do you understand? Anything car, people hate. You know? Yeah, I agree, VazFab. With the F21, should I go front mount? Yes. Don't do the side mount. You're going to heat soak. Yeah, no, I use my truck for truck stuff. And like I said, but I don't need it to do that much truck stuff. I just need it to do baby diesels are forgetting groceries. Oh man, these guys. You know, I love how you guys like, you know, you guys with big trucks always think bigger is always going to be better. And you're always going to do, like, you need 1 billion pounds of torque. You know, if not, it's just dumb. But honestly, it's it's really a matter of what you're using the truck for. I mean, I know probably like 30 people with half-ton or three-quarter-ton trucks. They only use them for fucking driving back and forth to work. So, I don't know. I'm based out of Arkansas. Oh, Freddie. It's just so hard to. Also, I have an issue. Currently working on my Mark IV Golf. I have bled all the lines. The brake pedals still going all the way down. Really making me angry. Any advice? Yeah. So when you bleed from the furthest brake first, and make sure there's no air in that dang line. And the way you do it, you fill up a bottle with like about an inch worth of brake fluid, and you pump. And yep, the ABS actuator also has to be bled. If you don't have VCDS to open the valves on your ABS pump, you're not going to be able to get all the air out of the system. You need VCDS, at least light. And that way you can open up all the actuators on the ABS pump so you can drain all the air out of the system. Hey, no. You do not chew on that. Oh, jeez. What upgrades have I done? So I use a solid dog bone from VF Engineering back in the day. So they used to make a solid dog bone with just one bushing. We're running UROTuning using 550cc synthetic fuel pump. Also replace EV connector. EV, I think those didn't work out too well for us. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, honestly, if it's still going to the floor, your brake master might be out. If you can't build pressure, then you're on your way out. I want to make 300. Would I have to go bigger? Yes. You cannot do that with any of the F-Series turbos. The F21 and the F23 are not big enough. You have a brother named Mike? No, I don't. Oh, they're talking diesels right now. I don't know anything about diesels. I would go GT28, so a Garrett GT28 turbo or bigger. Just understand, going to a much larger turbo doesn't mean you have to go full power. But once you go past the 300 horsepower mark, you have to put rods unless, okay, hear me out. A lot of guys are going to be like, no, you got to put rods. No, you don't. Okay? You can go low boost until you're about third gear and up. If you build your setup for low boost on first and second, and then go full nuts, balls to the walls, you won't damage your rods. It's the torque that kills your engine or bends your rods on low gears. So first and second gear are rod bending gears because you build boost so quickly, you're gonna damage your rods, guaranteed. So I recommend you guys going, if you know a good tuner, boost by gear. First and second, low boost, and then third, fourth, and fifth, go much higher in boost, and that way you can hit your 300 horsepower mark. Exactly. If you're not building pressure, your brake master is leaking, and it's allowing for pressure to go back out, which means the master cylinder is on its way out. Do you need a car's mechanical. I have no idea what that means. Working on my intercooler piping, cleaning it after 2 years of it sitting outside. This one's actually not as bad as the other one. The other one was really bad. And then answering questions for people. Unless you're static gate spring, then you can do torque by timing instead or boost by gear. Thank you, Vast Fab. That's exactly what I mentioned. Boost by gear is the best option, so you don't bend your rods on first and second gear. After that, go as far as you can. I have 4 diplomas and long experience. How long is your experience? Hey, get the thing. So one thing I learned about being book smart versus experience. Hey, Lurd, what's going on? You know, I have 15 years experience working on VWs and general cars, but my 15 years has been strictly 99 to 2005 Volkswagens. And that's talking about TDIs, VR6s, 2-point slows, 1.8 Ts, 2.8 12 valves, 2.8 24 valve, 3.2 24 valve, all the 24 valve, all the VR6s. I've been heavily involved in them, building motors, building transmissions, doing wiring, turbo, high performance, NA. I've done a 230 horsepower NA 12 valve, which is very hard to do. No, I pulled my AC out the day I bought the dang car. I don't care about air conditioning. So I've been doing this for a long time. I love VWs. Oh, I also work on air-cooled cars too. I went to school. I became ASE Master Tech. I got my certifications. It meant nothing. Once I went into the real world, all the information I learned in the school did not apply to anything I worked on unless it was every now and then. You know, it never really helped. All right, so Jules B, I'm pushing 26 to 28 psi on my KO3 on your little snail, right? How does making less boost make more power? Thank you for asking that question. You know, Vast Fab, thank you. Exactly. That turbo is screaming. Yeah, you can hit me up later. So, for your question, all right? Don't live in Colorado. That's it. How to make more power? Very, very simple. Well, why do you make more horsepower with less boost on a bigger turbo? That's your answer right there. It's bigger. Okay? Easiest way to explain that, here's your little turbo trying to fill up, you know, a liter of water, right? And it takes 26 psi to fill up 1 liter of water, right? Let's just assume that. My big turbo only needs 10 psi for the exact amount of water inside a bottle. That's your answer. It's more efficient, more volume. Where you got your KO5s? No one makes a KO5, KO4. I see your golf in your profile. Thank you, it's right here too. Unless you want torque. Thank you, Jacob, that's correct. That's also right. What years? I have a 71 VW bus with a 2110 full-on stroker in it, making about 180 horsepower. I also have another 1971 that I'm working on, getting ready to work on to put a TDI swap in it. KO4001, doesn't matter. You're barely going to be pushing 18 to 20 PSI on that turbo. Sorry. Yes, we can talk privately later. Don't worry about it. I've had a KO4001. I had a KO4023, if you know what that is. Or a KO4, dual 44s. Not running a pump. I'm running an electronic pump on that too. Running around like I think 5 PSI on my fuel pump. Pretty good. I have. I run the F21 and the F23 turbo. Yes, it does get expensive. Nice to meet you as well. Yes, I've actually prototyped and tested Franken Turbo's F21 and F23 turbos. I even did their bigger turbo that they never released. Oh yeah, your turbo's not hitting that PSI. Something's wrong. You can run on the F21 safely, even from their website, I believe 20 to 22 PSI safely without blowing it up. Yep, they do. You can run 26. You can run 26 PSI on the F21. Don't do it. Don't do it. You want 20, 21, 23. Those turbos are not meant for that. Yeah, that's exactly why it surges. There's something wrong. Yeah. No, I've tested those turbos. I did a lot of testing with them, and I did also did a lot of complaining because they went to the China fold. They had the stainless steel manifold that cracked every single time. I told them to go to a cast manifold, which they did. Have F21 needs rebuilt. They're pretty cheap to rebuild. I would just rebuild it if you do it yourself. John. Yeah, it's not supposed to go that how much boost. And that controller's probably all jacked up. That turbo's not going to do 30 PSI. And if it did, it's going to do it for seconds before it gives up. I don't know why you're pushing that thing so hard. I'm not saying anything. Hey, David Kane from the UK. What's up, bro? Long time. Why you lie? Facts, don't lie. Don't lie to these nice people. You don't lie to nice people. See, like my end goal with my setup is I'm glad you Googled what pinche means. I appreciate you. You are now part of the squad. Yeah, I feel so much better, man. You know, ever since my mom passed away, I've been down in the dumps. But my wife, my kids got me back. You guys, you know, working on cars, got me all back into doing this again, you know? So I want my car back up in tip-top shape. I want to start driving it. Honestly, I got like a week to get this damn car back up on the road. I'm giving myself a week. I really want my car back on the road. I just have a lot of little quirks to get out of the car, you know? Got to figure out what's going on with my car because it seems all... Yeah. This is a 2002 VW GTI. Big turbo. 1.8T. All the goodies in it. Yeah, I really like this brushed look. I see the terrorists in the car. Oh crap, they are in the car. I gotta get them out. They're not supposed to be in there. You guys get out of the car. Come here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You guys keep jumping on here. I gotta close the doors now. And you guys don't. You guys scratch stuff. I don't want you guys to scratch. Oh, the car's back too. It's on the ground right now. All right. The Charge 5s are going black. No, just polishing them. So they're going, how do you say, I'm doing not a polish, but like I'm scrubbing them down to kind of like that brushed aluminum look. And then I'm going to polish them just to make that more enhanced brushed aluminum look, you know? What do you think could be going on? I'm sorry, I forgot what you were at. It could be a lot of things, dude. I have to see your car in person. I was thinking of that same intercooler and twin loop, and I love it. I love this twin loop setup. It just makes everything easy, and it makes the engine bay a lot cleaner, honestly. It simplifies so much of the annoyance from an intercooler. I really don't like front mount intercoolers, but you got to do it, right? I agree, they do. No, I'm going to clear coat them. I'm going to put some clear coat, aka your lacquer, right? But they take a while to tarnish. And it's once they are polished, it takes a couple minutes to polish them after that, like nicely. To ship it to you because I'm really stuck now. Weren't you in the Odyssey? No, I don't think so, but okay. Hello, what's going on? No, just chilling, working on my intercooler piping. You know, plus you can keep ambient temp sensor location too. Well, my ambient temp sensor is already here. Are you talking about the mass, the map sensor? So my ambient temp sensor is actually on my intake manifold. Oh crap, yeah, go to bed, dude. You think you want to trade your ALH? I don't know want to mess with it anymore. Oh, that sucks. You know, most people give up on their cars because they're not really into diagnosing and figuring it out. You know, it's not easy. I'm gonna tell you that. It's never gonna be easy to learn how to take care of your cars. It's not meant to be. Why am I polishing it? Because it's been sitting outside for 2 years. And I'm not really polishing it, I'm scruffing it up. I'm doing it like I said earlier, like a brushed aluminum. I don't want it polished. It used to be a polished pipe. I hated it because once it started tarnishing, it looked ugly. It just took longer to take care of it. I want it like brushed, and then all I gotta do is run my polisher on it for like 5 minutes and I'm done. So that's kind of like the look I'm going for. But my friend had a good idea, David. I might throw a clear coat on it. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I love doing car stuff. Do it all the time. Tonight it's just doing basic stuff. I'm just talking to everybody, having a good conversation. Good conversation is always good conversation. All right, that's done. Partially. There we go. I like that. I like how that looks. Clear coat, high temp after, and keeps nice. Yep, I agree. Do you work on engines and transmission? Yes, I do. JST Mag. Hey, what's up, fool? Yes, I do on both. I do learn. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot. I also have a Quaife limited differential in this car, too. Totally forgot to mention that. My transmission's built for like 700 horsepower. So it's built to, supposedly, I don't know. What tune you rolling this time? I still use BDT tuning. So boost dynamic tuning is still on this car. Why? Because it's good. What? Hold on. My cats meow at the door. They never meow at the door. Hold on. Very interesting. What? Here. What do you guys want? Did you guys need another cat? That was weird. Restoring 2002 GTI with twin loop intercooler suggests the next step. Oh, 5-speed or 6-speed? 5-speed. O2J, bro. O2J for life. I have two. Yeah, he's grown a lot. Trent has grown substantially. But yeah, I have a couple O2Ms. I don't really care for the 6-speed transmission. Honestly, I don't care for it. I don't care how expensive it is to own a 6-speed transmission, and you gain like that much more. Like it's not. Go O2J, 5-speed. Throw the 5th gear TDI. Upgrade the gearing, upgrade the diff, upgrade everything else, and then you have a better transmission than you will ever own, and it's cheaper to own. Just I don't know. People, 6-speed, bro, 6-speed. Why? Why? Just because it has a 6th gear? Yay. Yeah. Again, O2J with the 5th gear swap, with the TDI swap gear is like the best thing in the world. The best. You freaking cruise at 80 miles an hour at like 2,000 RPMs. It's insane. Insane. Yep. ARP, yep. I drill all those out and put them in. Navy, go away. No, you just a liar, dude. Go away. Go away. You're never gonna give anybody $5,000 or $6,000. Dude, these guys who post about giving them money for the first message, total scam. These guys go on my feeds every single time I'm on here. It's so annoying. I hope people report them. Can you guys report them? Report Navy, please. You know, total scam. Battery just died. Oh yeah. Good thing I just put a brand new battery on the charger. Should be done. Yep, it's done. All right. When I'm done, 2005 GTI 1.806 AO2J, and it's Brazilian made, 9BW, 3500. Come drive it to Cali if you want. I don't live in Cali though. I live in Arkansas. Oh, it's the first time seeing my shop. You want to see the shop? Let me show you the shop, man. Hold on. Now that you, I'll give you guys a quick tour of the shop. How about that? Take a break on my hands. Anyways, my hands are hurting right now. So, yeah. Get you guys a quick tour. So, here. So, that red light, those are the chickens. That's my wheel wall, air compressor. There are my bikes. Right? My bike corner, so all my helmets, my jackets. All my 3D printed brands are over there. My fire extinguisher's there. Well, one of them. I have another one. We're going to go back the other direction. There's my tool corner. So let me take you guys over to the tool corner. So my 2 toolboxes right there. My pegboard. I've been putting a lot of my tools on my pegboard. There's my Mark IV. And then there's my rack with all my shipping supplies for all the orders. My server rack. My 3D printers. Right over there. My wheels up there. My PC. And the entrance to the shop. That's it. That's the whole shop. Yeah, this is my little shop. What's up, Joshua? Whoa, Joshua, Bombalis, dude. I know exactly who you are, Josh. Little Josh. Now, big boy. Been great, man. I'm glad you hit me up. Dude. Thank you. Show him the cat tower. Oh, it's on behind all this trash. Babe, Carlene, Josh is on here. Tim's son. Bro, how you been, man? I'm glad you found me. How's life? You're such a big kid now, man. How old are you now? You know, I've been pretty good. You know, I'm alive now. I mean, I died once. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. Say something, Tim, Joshua. That just looks wrong. Hold on. Let me put this camera further down. There we go. I've been good, just been chilling, living in Arizona with my grandma and everything. He's 20 years old now. Holy smokes, man. I know this kid since he was like preteen. Man, I'm glad you're doing good, buddy. I'm super glad. Damn, he's 20 years old. Holy smokes, has time flown by. By the way, Josh, have you talked to your dad? Has everything been good? You know, I have never been able to I contact him quite a few times, but he never answers. Can you tell him? I mean, can you? I know it's a touchy subject, but is he okay? You know? Oh, Carlene, he finally built the Gundam that we gave him when he was 13, 7 years ago. I'm glad. That thing's so dope. I brought that from Japan for you. If you don't want to answer about your dad, don't, okay? I'm just asking because I've been very curious. I just hope he's doing better. That's all. 'Cause I really miss him. I really do. I miss him. He's such a good friend, such a wealth of knowledge. So yeah. All right, Fast Fab, have a good night, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for commenting. And no, I haven't. The last time I talked to him, it was his birthday and he's okay. Okay, that's all that mattered. Oh, Dan sent some boxing gloves. I don't, I never asked for the hand, the flower, and all that. It's cool. Thank you for the boxing glove. People have been sending me flowers. I tend to use them to give them back to other people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, I agree with you too, Josh. I hope he's doing good, and that's all we care about. Issues finding gaskets for mufflers? No, never do. You know why? Because I go V-band. Clamp it, forget about it. Now, are you talking about the donut gaskets? Those stupid, annoying gaskets? If you have that, cut it off and put a proper flange on it and call it done. And there's got to be someone local that can weld, to be honest with you. Get rid of that old, ancient stuff, man. Those are more headache than they are useful. How's living in Texas? I don't live in Texas. I live in Arkansas, and I love it. I love it. I love living in Arkansas. Technically, it's Texas. We're next door to Texas, and we like it. We like it. My wife is, Carlene's still adapting, but I love it. I love the fact I don't have to deal with emissions. I don't have to deal with emissions. I don't have to deal with regulations on cars. I don't deal with anything. As long as it runs, you can register it and enjoy it. JS Mag, you no lie, bro. A cheap ass little MiG is definitely worth it. I agree. Them's facts right there. Yeah, and they're so cheap now. You can get a nice little MiG for like 150 bucks, 200 bucks. I like it too. It's Alonzo. Yeah, Alonzo likes it too. My son. He's about to turn 13 in November. Not really close, but eventually. We like it out here. It's really nice. Really change the pace, nice and slow. Josh, now you can get away with they make MIG welders with a 120 outlet, you know, probably like a 10,000 like 120 volt, yeah, 120. You could get one. I've seen quite a few that run on 120. Harbor Freight sells some really cheap. I'm still in Southeast Kentucky, but I travel to Hot Springs, Arkansas for work yearly. Oh man, you're down the road. Hot Springs, Arkansas is only 2 hours from an hour and a half from my house. I'm not that far. You should tell me when you're over here. I'd love to meet up for lunch or something. Hot Springs is dope too, by the way. Yep, Harbor Freight Special. Bro, Harbor Freight is no longer the special. It's actually the good stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? You know, my entire toolbox is Harbor Freight. And it's good stuff. I'm not going to be lying. That would be fun. Drove my Beetle down last time. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I would love to meet up. That would be fun. Okay, I read that already. Miss you guys. Haven't seen you guys in forever. Just wanted to say hi, what's up, and see how you're doing. Same here, Josh. Same here, buddy. I'm glad you're doing well. You know, if I haven't said it many times, happy birthday. And to all the birthdays we missed with you, happy birthday. I'm glad you're doing well with your grandma. I'm glad that you were able to build the Gundam that we gave you. I'm glad you're just doing well, buddy. Hit me up, man. I miss you. You're such a good kid. And now you're an adult. You're a grown-ass man. You know, and I appreciate you so much. Again, happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy everything else that we never got to see each other after, you know, when you moved. But be good, buddy. Be safe. And Gotta love the V-dub, right? Always for the love of the V-dub. Gangsters. Oh, almost done with this dang pipe. Your cats are on. Oh yeah, they've been running back and forth. They're bored because I won't let them sleep. And then when they're bored, they wake the chickens. Yo, 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 what's up, Wayne? Babe, say goodnight to the kids. Good night, guys. Love you. Love you, Lonnie. Love you, Zanzo. Have a good night's sleep. I'm going to be over there soon. And don't forget, Alonzo, 12 o'clock. Ka-cha! I'm converting fuel lines to AN. Worth it? Yes. Is it worth? Yes, 100%. I know. I feel you, Wayne. Tomorrow's my birthday, by the way. Tomorrow is mi cumpleaños. So get some sleep, Wayne. I will talk to you later, as always. What? Happy birthday if I don't talk to you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, thank you for the early birthday wishes. I turn 43 tomorrow. 43. And tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow I gotta go to the gym in the morning. I gotta come back home, unload everything. We got a garage sale. So yeah, 44, ding! Yeah, I knew we were best friends for a reason. We're almost the same age. About to do your Evo Energy Catch Can setup this weekend. Hell yeah. Corrado garage sale. I'd book a flight. No, I'm not selling I'm a little ahead of you, 47. Thank you for the early birthday wishes. Yeah, you're only a few years older than us. Heading to Pittsburgh Saturday. No, Corrado's not for sale. We're giving away the Corrado. How are you guys doing? I just heard something fall. Okay, homie, have a good night. You too, buddy. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, no, I can't sell the car. It's got to be given away. Sorry. So I'm trying to get this car done by Mark 4 so I can work on the next car, which is the Patreon Jetta. So we have a VR6 Turbo. What's the plans for its build wise? Oh, so the Corrado is already a 1.8T swap, O2J, B3 Passat brake management. I had to do all that for the clutch and all that. It's hydraulic converted. It's a big turbo 1.8T, all done. Custom harness by VW Search and Rescue. Gotta have to get back on Patreon. Yep. Again, that's why I moved out because I couldn't afford doing this anymore. So I had to move out of California to keep going doing all this content. So, because it's not cheap, man. This stuff isn't cheap. People think like I'm like filthy rich. I'm like I'm doing this one section at a time, as cheap as I can. I mean, everything's Harbor Freight. I sell a bunch of my stuff to be able to afford things. I mean, it's, I do a lot of side work, but that's how it works, right? That's just how it works. So, yeah. But the Patreon car is 100% funded by Patreon members, and only Patreon members can win the car. Just a heads up. And that's a VR6 12-valve Jetta turbo, by the way. Fully built. Corrado, same thing. Fully built, 1.8T swap Corrado, painted Nardo gray, full suspension rebuilt, full brake system rebuilt, full everything like rebuilt on that car. So when I'm done with it, it's gonna be a brand new car. It's gonna be gutted though, because interiors on those things are almost impossible to find. Yeah. One of the hardest things to find for a Corrado, freaking window scrapers. Yeah, shut up. Just put a cap on it. Yeah, just cap it. No, never worked on a 750 series or a 7 series BMW. Super clean. By the way, VR6, if you can get me a window scrapers, I would pay a fortune for them. Volkswagen, what's up, food? Hey, Volkswagen. Because they're non-existent out here. Oh, you never got the kit? Let me call them back. Yeah, I bet you that someone has a mold out there, but whether or not they're going to make them is a whole different story. Thanks for the reminder. I'll call them again and I'll see if they can get you. Yeah, they're always sold out because no one buys them. They probably wait until they have a decent bulk order or something like that, and then they'll make them. So they're impossible out here in the US. But what I've heard is that certain Pontiacs and certain Saturns, like GM Saturns, you can use the windowsills, the window scrapers from them. You just got to cut them. From what I heard, I don't know how accurate that statement is, but from what I heard. Thank you, Volkswagen. Night, kids. Do you prefer turbos or superchargers? Turbos. I like the excitement of waiting for power to build. That's one of my favorite things about turbos. That's the thing I love about turbos. Is, are you going to polish that intercooler? Yes, the intercooler is going to get polished too. Well, not polished, but roughed up. Kind of the same thing I've been doing here. Did you know the Corrado and the McLaren F1 use the same side mirrors? That's, I don't know. Did not know that. That's super cool. Wow. Done. So time consuming. Just scuffing this whole pipe up. But came out really good. It's all nice and scuffed. I'm located in Arkansas, to be exact, Texarkana, Arkansas. I moved from California, actually. I lived in California for 42 years. And I'm officially over it. California has turned into, do you have steel wool? No, I don't. I was thinking about that. It would have been faster, by the way. I don't. And I was looking for it at the shop. I mean, at Harbor Freight, and they were out of, what is it called? Quadruple 4 steel wool. But yeah, it would have done, I would have done this in like 10 minutes. No joke. So yeah, I know what you're trying to say, but yes. Steel wool is a much better option. But I don't have, I try to buy it. But then if I would have used steel wool, it would have polished it more than actually give me more of a brushed look. Yeah. My IATs, holy smokes, I have that actually written down somewhere. I don't know. It's been so long. I told you. It was funny when I was doing this build a long time ago. I had that all metered when I had it all dynoed. When I had this car fully dynoed, man, it was an exciting day. When we broke the 400 wheel horsepower, I was like, oh yeah. How long has this build been running and done? So when I built this car a long time ago, what alternator are you running? I need an alternator. I used the VR6 alternator on this car. The 120 amp, I believe is what it is. This engine I built when it had 250,000 miles, and now I put like almost another 80,000 miles on this motor. So I've had it for quite a while. This engine's been in my car for a long time. I'd say about 5-7 years now. Maybe longer. I never kept like full track of how long I kept it. But to put it short, it's on its third cluster. My clusters keep breaking for some reason. So I lost track of how many miles this car actually has. I know the chassis has over 300,000 miles, by the way. The 3.2 fits straight in, and I believe it's 140 amps, by the way. Also, the 1.9 TD alternator should be 140. Yeah, those two alternators are also better options, I agree. And I need a new water pump and timing belt, Mark IV. Yeah, that's Mark IV. I mean, that's just owning an old car, man. Maintenance, man. It just sounds like you just do for general maintenance on your car. Check the MAF plug, common for boost leak. Yep, 100%. Not the MAF, the MAP plug. That's a very common place for boost leaks. I agree. For some reason, they just leak all the time. It's such a common boost leak spot. And those for following me, thank you. Yes, my car is mathless, 100% mathless. I require the map and wideband O2 sensor for everything to run correctly. Yeah, I just got tired of all the weird little issues. Never thought of that. Thanks. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's a common place for boost leaks. And it's actually a very important place. Piping kit? Yeah, this is a custom made piping kit, but yeah. Maybe talking to somebody else. Battery's about to die on this. So close to finishing. That battery just died. Let me go grab a new. Have you ever thought of using one spray of WD-40 while polishing? No, that's actually a good idea. Never tried that. I don't know a lot of MK4 guys in my area, so I'm thinking of all my questions for the pros to answer. Hey, that's what we're here for, buddy. I love Mark 4s and I know a lot about them. So if you guys want a super, super good polishing compound, right here, Never Dull. Never Dull is probably one of my favorite aluminum and metal polishing like compound. It's super easy to use, and then just use your buffer, and it does a freaking amazing job. Eagle One, Never Dull, very good stuff. I use that at my end. And we're at the bottom of this whole project. Oh. But we're almost done. Tomorrow I'll do the intercooler. To finish this whole piece in here. All right, that's done. Now, what's the manifold on the floor? Is the turbo off? No, it's in the car. It's just it's a low mount turbo. I didn't want to do a top mount. I got tired of the top mount setups. You kill so much stuff in your car. You know, a lot of people don't realize the long-term problems about top mount turbos, and they cause a lot of problems. So I decided to go back to a lower mount style turbo. So this stuff, Never Dull, just get it all on the piping. This stuff works so good. And then once you get it all soaked on this is why I like it. Look at this. What's the best way to turbo a 22R pickup? Do you want flow through or underneath? You know, it's a little hard. If I wanted to get an SAI file delete on my ECU, would I need to pay for a new tune? Yes, unfortunately. Talk to the tuner and see what they would do for you. That's my question for that So when you do carbureted, yeah, just a basic turbo. When you do carbureted, you gotta build your own flow through manifold and everything. So you really gotta really pick your poison when you go that route. There's a lot of ways to do that setup. I'll show you guys why I love this never dull stuff. All right, so you'll notice I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's turned into a nice dark color. So it's like a dark silver almost. In comparison to this is kind of a rough silver, but the Never Dull, what it does a really good, job of fixing all the blemishes. And I gotta just get a rag to polish it, and then you'll see the end result. I love this stuff. Right here, microfiber. Always try to use microfiber when polishing. But if you don't care, I mean, just don't. My map sensor is not welded into it, but I have a, how do you say, I put the bung in there. I had a bung welded in there for my map sensor. I'll show you. And see, that's just from that one little section. That's why I like this stuff. It's so good at cleaning up your surface. And there you go. If you look, it's hard to show you on the camera, but it has that really rough brushed aluminum look that I've been looking for. And that's kind of the idea that I wanted for this pipe. So, see the difference? Like, see that? That's why we scuff it up. And then we use the Never Dull, and it gives us like a really good smooth, but still line that has that brushed aluminum look. Interesting. Thank you, Volkswagen. I like it. It's not meant to be, how do you say, shiny. It's meant to be dull, but like brushed. I know that's the idea. Because I had it originally all polished. It looks good, but keeping it shiny is very difficult. Keeping it clean is a lot easier. So we're gonna do this whole pipe now. Again, Never Dull, such good stuff. And you just rub it on here, like so. The more you rub this stuff on here, the shinier it gets. So be careful. If you want to if you put too much in certain areas, it will get too shiny. If that's what you're going for, by all means, go for it. But if that's not the case, like for me, that's not what I want. I just want it to be clean. That's it. So be careful. on putting too much of this stuff because it works very well. Definitely taking a shower after all this stuff. Okay, put that back in there. Grab my polisher. Again, just don't spend too much time polishing if you're not trying to make it shiny, all right? You're just trying to clean it up. If you spend more time in one area polishing, it will get very shiny. Aluminum is one of those more forgiving metals to polish. You can get really shiny with very little effort, you know? I mean, I can get a mirror finish if I really put the effort into it, and it's not hard, but it's maintaining that finish is the hard part afterwards. You need to polish that every couple weeks to keep that finish, you know. Or you can clear coat it and then forget about it and just polish that every now and then with some clay bar. That'll look great. I was actually thinking about for a long time powder coating this a matte black to match my engine bay, just all black, and I still might do it. I like that idea. I like that Volkswagen. There we go. Look at that. End result of what I want for my night's worth of work. Now it's a little shiny on this side. See, this is why I tell you guys, be careful, because if you polish it too much, it ends up giving you a mirror finish. See? This is what happens. I got a mirror finish now on the bottom of the pipe. And that happens. It's going to happen when you use this Never Dull stuff. It ends up polishing too well. That's again, that's what happens with this stuff that I use. I love it, but that's what happens. All right. So there you go. This one's ready to go and put back in the engine bay. Let me do the last one over here. And then for you, VR, here's my welded O2 sensor bung. Map sensor bung right here. And you'll see my map sensor right here. Now this is a two-step bung. So one of the things I like about this bung setup is that I can use the Audi S4 map sensor. Again, yep, I can put a 4-bar. I have a 3-bar on here. I don't need a 4-bar. The way that my car is tuned doesn't need it. A lot of people are like, oh, you need to go bigger. It varies on your tuner. Your tuner tells you what you need, and we don't need it for that. So My tuner said, nah, don't worry about it. You can use a stock mat. Saves me a lot of money. 4-bar, like a good 4-bar sensor and not the cheap stuff. It's not cheap. So, Boost Dynamic Tuning is the guy, Trent Smith, is the guy who tuned my car. And the guy tuned that thing very, very well. I still get stock gas mileage just cruising. Oh no, I'm worried now. I can see that there's some shiny, really shiny spots on this. We'll see if we can not do it so well. We'll see. This one should be pretty quick. All right. That should be the end of that. You got Scotch-Brite? Yeah. I got a blue pad. That's on. What's on my? It's like looking in the mirror. Here it is. This is like a Scotch-Brite pad for my wheel. So one thing I can't do, so for VR6 lover, so usually when I have to like put a lot of pressure on something and like scrub, my wrist gets pretty messed up. And I'll show you why. Give me a second here. My wrist, how many years now? It's been 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago I had to be rebuilt. So I wrecked my wrist. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a giant scar right here. From here to here. Here we go. So it's about 6 inches long. I wrecked my wrist. I fell. My bone went right through my wrist. Stopped. My skin stopped my bone from coming out of my hand. And they had to tear it all apart, rebuild my wrist. I got 6 screws put in here with the metal plate for the rest of my life. So to do like manual labor with like a scotch, pad or like buffing is very difficult for me. I can do it, but it's very difficult. It hurts after a while. Yeah, Mexican skin. That's right. Yeah, that's only the reason why my freaking bone didn't go through all the way through my wrist. Pretty gnarly. It's been like 4 years or 5 years now. No reason to be sorry. You didn't know. So you didn't know. All right. This pipe is now done. And you'll notice, look, I know it's so hard to show you guys on camera, but this is like a brushed aluminum pipe now. This came out better than the bigger one, by the way. It's small. It's easier to do the work. But I love the look. Nothing shiny. It's just nice and uncured. It's like now we can pop it into the car and see how it looks. Now the front mount intercooler is ugly. You get everybody on camera. There you go. All right, so remember, the bottom pipe goes first, and then we do the top pipe. I mean the main pipe. So everything goes in to the bottom. This one is the top pipe right here. Okay. And then this guy goes in from the top. And then we feed this in nice and slow. Twist it. Goes in. So now, all done. You know, I gotta get new clamps. I'm gonna clean up that intercooler, and then that should finish it all off. I'll probably get new couplers for the bottom too, and same for the top. I got the couplers for my inside of the engine bay, but yeah, I came out pretty good. I'm really happy with the end result of that. Again, it's not meant to be shiny. It's meant to be clean. Like someone actually took the time and cleaned it. But like my clamps are all rusty. And these are stainless steel and they freaking rust like no tomorrow. I can't stand that. You know? I know, Bear, but I want one. I want a Volvo so bad. So there's that. You can see, I'll give you guys a cool view over here. I got an idea. Yeah, they're right there, look. Murray clamps. Okay, I'll look at those. Thank you. But I'll show you guys the engine bay with it in there. So you guys can see how it's plumbed. There you go. So right here is my intake pipe. Very short, 90 degree at 2.75, so 2.75 inch. All the piping here is 2.5 inch, by the way. So I have to go from 2 inch to 2.5 to this pipe, but that's pretty much it. The turbocharged pipe is right here. I might have to cut this, maybe. I'm not 100% sure yet until we get to that point. But we might have to cut this about 2-3 inches to the left, and then probably cut it and go down. That way I can just have a straight coupler straight to the turbo. I think that's probably what I want to do for that. I got to pull my motor mounts off, get them all repainted and cleaned up, so that finishes that look, and that's it. All right, next thing I want to show you guys, again, that looks really simple. It's a really nice intercooler setup that I designed. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. There you go. Get you guys over here. Hopefully that angle helps. Let's see here. Oops, nope. Nope, that looks wrong. There we go. Yeah, it's got a sunroof. Plus 2 cats on the roof. Gonna give it about a minute so the air compressors kick on and fill up the air tank. I gotta figure out why my lights are flickering. There's probably corrosion on the connectors. That's more likely the case. But they don't flicker if I have the headlights on, which is also very odd. I don't have my bumpers on. I wish I had my bumpers on. But my last piece, LED. Yep, they're LEDs. I'm gonna get rid of them though. I want to go back to my just higher 30 watt standard bulbs. They work so much better. On top of that, I got glass housing, so it looks better anyways. Yeah, no, I agree. It's probably my issue because I have LEDs. I got these LEDs for cheap. I wanted to try them out. I'm not a fan of them. I'd rather just get good, just halogen bulbs. All right, should get enough air. Car's bagged, by the way. If you guys like bags, I got the factory GTI wing that goes in the back. It's just a stock wing, nothing special. So on air suspension, on Raceland air suspension, using Airlift V2 management, all my own lines. My air tank is all done. So dual 444 compressors. I made my own management. Unfortunately, the management on here broke, so I had to make my own management. It's kind of weird. I have a whole video on how that works on this car, by the way. But yeah, car's almost done. Again, it's almost done. It's got to get a new paint job, new wheels, and a couple little bits here and there. That's it. Frame is notched. I'm on Fabless Manufacturing drop plates. I don't even know what that is, Andrew. But yeah, I'm on Fabless Manufacturing drop plates, notch frame. My new wheels, I have them on the wall, but don't have the adapters yet. I got my Porsche twist. That's what's going to go on here. We're got to paint the car. So paint the car, wheels, finishing up all the other stuff inside the engine bay, and that's it. Yeah, the wheel tucks in the back. Here, I'll get you guys closer. Not all the way because the tires hold it up. If I have, there you go. Can you open HUD, the hood? You mean the hood? HOOD? The hood? Yeah, no, that one. Yeah, the front ones tuck because they're not as wide. You know, these aren't the same as those. I still have like an inch, maybe half an inch of space before I even hit the fender. The other wheels, my actual wheels that go on here, the matching wheels for the rear, they sit pretty much flush with the front of this. So they sit flush. Fenders are rolled and everything, so I don't have to worry about them rubbing. So, yeah. But yeah, the back end is exactly how I want it. I'm literally moved inboard. But yeah, everything, the way I want the car and how it sits is exactly how I want it. I just want different wheels. That's it. Which I have. Oh, you want to see the engine? Yeah, let me show you the engine. I have a set of BBS RS2s, but no, that's not what's going in here. I'll show you what's going in here. But there's the engine. It's not done. Got a couple little things here missing, but it's pretty much ready to go. I'm tuned by Boost Dynamic Tuning, BDT. These guys right here. Here it is. Boost Dynamic Tuning is who my tuner is. Which RS2s? The deep concave ones. I have a set of those. The 18s. The 5x112s, I believe. That's right, 1.18, number 4. Yep, 704s. Yep, that's exactly the model. See, you know my wheels, but this is what's going on in the car. If you know what that is right there, that's a custom. That's something you'll never see ever again twice. It's just a one-time wheel. We all know this wheel is a common wheel, very, very common wheel. But that is a Porsche twist hand painted by my cousin. And it's a one-of-a-kind wheel. And all 4 wheels are hand painted to match. And I also have a set of rears for my trailer. I'll get you really close so you can see exactly why I love these wheels, and that's why they have to go on my car. Look at that. That's what these wheels look like up close. I'm running adapters. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's freaking dope. I'm gonna do that. I am so gonna do that. Thank you. And I'm gonna paint them, obviously 5 colors, because there's more than 5 colors on it, so we'll pick 5 different colors. Oh, thank you. Mono blanks. Let me see the whole car. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go to bed already. I'm calling it a night after this. Car's not done, but there you go. Thank you, thank you. I have a R32 front bumper and an R-line rear bumper. They're just not on the car. I also have a GLI skirts that's not on the car on this side. It is on the other side. I just took it off because I was using it for other stuff. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Deezer. 1972. It's almost done. We're almost done rebuilding this entire car. I still have to do the interior, so. I got the R-line rear bumper from my friend Mike from, what is it? OptiWorks. I'll show you the interior, and then we're going to call it a night. All right, guys? The interior is almost done. Oh, we got to go around the other. Oh, no, I got to open this side. You got a lot of people ask me that too, so we'll just do the interior real quick. Chris Aviles, what's your question? So you'll see I have a Mark 6 flat bottom steering wheel, Cypher Auto Racing seats, 3-point Corbeau harness, Cooler Works top mount shifter, pretty much all black leather interior. Nice, Deezer. Thank you. (2002) GTI. Where do you get your parts? I've had these for years, so I don't know. We're changing now or leave it alone. I don't know, Chris. That's a good question. I never owned one of those cars. Yeah, sell it, man. Don't listen to user. But oh, there's the air compressor again. Now I have a leak on the tank, so I gotta fix that soon. Nice, nice. That's good because you paid a fortune for it. You should be faster than me. I paid like I think $800 for my car. Probably threw in like 10 grand into it, and that's it. So, yeah. But yeah, you should be faster than me. Yeah, you paid like what? The airbags work great. Yeah, the air suspension works fine. Well, yeah, I have an airbag, air leak for my air suspension, but yeah, you spent 100K on a car. You should be faster than me. Yeah, I agree. Congratulations, you can beat a Lamborghini. Yay! No one cares. Yeah, I agree. If you're ever going to do any type of flush, do a deep flush. All right. Yeah, I love how like people were like, "Oh, I have a Tesla Plaid." Well, congratulations, you wasted a ton of money. Good for you. You drive what we call a lifeless car, to get you to point A to point B, and you did nothing to it because you can't do anything to it. It's electric. You can turn it on, you can put cool lights in it, and that's the end of your car. Yay. No character, no soul, no personality. Good for you with your Tesla. My philosophy, buy a car every 4 years. Congratulations. You keep throwing away money because your Tesla is absolutely worth nothing. So when you sell it, right, you're upside down in it, and then it's just a great investment every single time you sell your car. Smart investment. I've owned this car for over 12 years. Probably $15,000 in those 12 years has been put into this car. So, yeah. And I've driven this car for almost a half a million miles. And I paid $800 for it, and I love it. People actually come up to me and ask me, "Your car is cool, can I see it?" No one will come up to you in a Tesla and be like, "Hey, let me look at your car." No, because it looks like every other Tesla. It's called being rich. No one cares about your Tesla. Sorry, no one cares. But you know what? You do, and that's all that matters. Who cares about anybody else? Congratulations, you're fast. Yay, because you spent a lot of money going fast. I know he's trolling. No one's mad. No one's mad at you. Let's be real, you're basically driving an RC car. Yeah, I agree. Sir, can you swap my BMW M5C's engine with a W16? I mean, if you can bring me a W16, we can try. If you have that kind of money for a W16, again, if you have the money for a W16 and you want me to do it, I will do it. I don't care how we figure it out, we'll make it work. I would love to even touch a W16. I've driven a Bugatti with a W16, but I've never been able to touch a W16. Now, believe it or not, I've actually driven the Bugatti Veyron not GT, but I've driven the Veyron and the Veyron, I forgot what you call it. I forgot the name of it, but I've driven the white one and a blue one. The original Bugatti Veyron blue, driven that. Didn't drive it fast, but I got to drive it around a block, and pretty cool car. I love the sound of the freaking quad turbos on that thing. You know, it's so cool. You know, and I got to sit in the passenger seat of a Bugatti Veyron GT. They didn't let me drive that one, but I got to sit in the passenger seat, and actually the guy floored it. So dope, so dope. Question: harness of the driver. Did you put one for the Golf? Hold on. F Bugatti. Thank you. I love like Mark 4 too. Question: the harness of the driver's side. Did you put one of the Golf 6 or the original one of the Golf 4? Harness for the airbag? My airbag's disabled. I don't have airbags in my car. They're all turned off. You know, AVM 5CS, sure, you are now blessed by the car gods and you will have a Bugatti one day. I don't really care for those cars. I think they're just super cool. It's a 1.8T big turbo. I think they're just cool. Very cool. I personally would never buy one, even if I was rich one day. Believe it or not, I actually own my dream car. Thank you. I appreciate that, AVM 5CS. I own my dream car, and I love it. Has a blue GTI. Ooh. Let's see. It's cooler than others and embarrassing people with new cars. Yeah, I agree. I have fun embarrassing people with newer cars too. My dream car is a BM M5 with the 316. You know, I would love to build you that car. But my dream car, which I already own, my wife and I actually bought it together, is my 1971 VW bus with a built motor and a 4-speed transmission. That is my dream car, and I own it now, and I drive the living crud out of it. So I own my dream car. You know, it tops out at 70, 75 miles an hour. I'm happy. It's one of my favorite cars. You are blessed. No, it's not a split. It's a bay window. I wish I could afford a split window, but no. You know? Maybe one day I can afford a split window. But I bought another bay window, so now I have two dream cars, two of my dream cars. We do not have that. No, we have the 75 horsepower model. Thank you, VR6 lover. It is cool. I agree. I think we have the 75 or 90 horsepower TDI with like 200 pounds, like 150 pounds of torque, I think. Something like that. I gotta turn off the dang car. Air compressor back on. Drain the battery. Ooh, I almost closed that on my microphone. But yeah, I own my dream car. Now, my second dream car, is a 1991 MR2 turbo. That's crazy. 1991 Toyota MR2 turbo. And even if I don't even have it turboed, just the 1991 MR2 is my dream car, like second dream car. I would love to get that car and put a VR6 in it, like a VR6 swap in a Toyota. Yellow. I would love yellow or red. Those are the two colors I would love. 100%. Oh, you have the, it's called, you're talking about a GTD, not a TDI GTI, the GTD. That's what they call it. When you get the performance version of the TDI, GTD is what we call them. Nope. Okay. I didn't know they call them a TDI GTI. Did not know that. Because we call them GTDs. They come badged as a GTD. I'm located in Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night. Was thinking about the GTD MK5. Yeah, the MK5 GTD Rocket Bunny with the Rocket Bunny body kit is the ultimate Mark V like car. Besides the R32, but I didn't really care about the R32 as much because it was automatic. But the Mark V GTD kit was the coolest kit on a Mark V. And it was actually the cleanest looking because most Mark Vs are ugly. I'm not going to lie, it's an ugly car. You know, they fixed the looks. That's cool, Zan. We never got them here in the U.S., so. MK2 GT. Yeah, you guys have all the cool cars. We don't get any cool cars here in the U.S. We were limited. Reverse turbo. All right. A couple more comments. I'm going to call it a night. My birthday's tomorrow, so I want to celebrate my birthday by working. Yay! Got to work on my car. I got to do a garage sale. Got to go to the gym and possibly go out to eat. I don't know yet. It depends on how my day ends tomorrow. But yeah. Thank you, Zen. I appreciate that. Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. I turned 43. Oh, man. Have a good day at work, buddy. But I'm going to call it a night, guys. Deuces. Mexican Arab. Even though I'm just Mexican. Well, Mexican Native American. But I appreciate that. That's funny. Mexican Arab. I like that. That's a good one. Oh, man. All right. I am sleepy anyway, so it's a good time. We've been on for quite a while, actually. All right. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Be safe out there. Here at PincheAls Garage, we always say the same thing over and over when we own a VW. We're going to break, we're going to fix it, and repeat. Deuces. Love everyone. Have a wonderful night. It's my birthday at 12 o'clock tomorrow, August 7th, my birthday. Peace out, everyone. Be safe out there. I'm going to bed.